What is up, guys? Welcome back to another video. Alright guys, I'm looking forward to this video. I've been wanting to make a video on literally every single thought that I've had since the last video. I've had a lot of ideas, a lot of thoughts, a lot of insight, a lot of data, a lot of stuff. This team right here that you're looking at is my team from the previous video, my first draft. It was very intuitive based off of what we got initially, like right out of the gate from the FPL, the launch of the new season. And honestly, it's not a bad team, but you know, this is not me. This is very template. It's a very template team, and I don't want to do that personally. That's never been who I am as a fantasy league manager. I've played UCL fantasy in the past. I played one season of FPL with my cousin, never alone, but I had the last season was the first season I played FPL. We did like a collab team under his account, and that just has never been what we like. That's never been my philosophy. And at the end of the day, I want to take risks. I want to have fun. I want to be able to climb up and go differential with my picks, but also have picks that have lots of routes to points. And at the end of the day, let's just get started with it, okay? I'm gonna get rid of every single player that is not on this team, just so you guys have a reference of just how much I've changed. So you know, bye. Guys, you guys have no idea what you're in for. This team is good, and I think you guys will enjoy it. Bruno is not in this team, boys. He is not in this team. Guys, this team is very differential, but also very likely to score points, and that's what I like. Let's just start with the goalkeepers, all right? I think this is the best. This is, for me, the best combination of keepers you can have for the low price. And Dubravka, Kinski. Boys, there's no better combination. Like I said in the last video, Spurs defense is gonna win. They have such quality players in the defense. De Zerbi is putting these boys to work. They got Van Heck now. They got Jess Spence playing like prime Marcelo on left back. Like, guys, you have to be confident with this Spurs defense. Van de Ven is staying. They got Senesi too. Guys, this defense can definitely keep some clean sheets, and Kinski's not bad. He's pretty good, and with Vicario not even being an option anymore, these two are definitely starters for me. If Kinski doesn't play, Dubravka is going to be starter, so it's a no-brainer, guys. Either way, I have a starting Spurs keeper, and I don't see myself making any transfers for that until wild card later on. And yeah, at the end of the day, boys, that's just what I'm gonna do. I know last time I went with Lamens, but I know with Lamens I'm gonna end up making an early transfer, and I don't want that. I want a long-term transfer. Guys, I'm not gonna be doing any bench boost early on. I really don't understand the hype behind that. I can understand, I guess, the chip being kind of annoying, but guys, patience. I mean, just be patient. Use the chip when you need it. Last season, it worked for me. Last season was my first season, and all I did was use it when... Well, I use it in both scenarios that I think is useful. The first half of the season, the first bench boost that they give us, I used it because I knew that my team wasn't going to perform well. So I needed extra points to cover that and be able to catch up to those other teams that will perform better somehow. And that shit worked out. I got like, what was it, like 10 points? That's perfect. between 10 15 points. What else can you expect from a bench boost? And in the second half, it was even better. I mean, the best use of the bench boost has always been that, in my opinion. And whenever you don't know who to put in the team because all these players have good fixtures. So if you guys deem that week 1 or 2 is good, then I mean, so be it. But guys, you gotta understand that this chip is used to cover and is used to advance in points and gain advantage over players. It's not just to use it just for the sake of it. And I mean, I understand the idea behind it. You guys have the right ideology, in my opinion, but you got to understand that this is kind of forcing you guys into an early wild card because you're favoring the early fixtures as opposed to the whole first half of the season. So for that reason, I'm not using the bench boost, and for that reason, you will see the team that I am building. It is favoring the early fixtures, but guys, I'm going to be rolling. That's my strategy for the whole season. I'm going to be rolling transfers, and I will have free transfers. I probably won't make a transfer for the first 5 game weeks, to be honest, unless something is really messed up. But let's just move on. Those are going to be my goalkeepers for this current draft. And guys, Shaw stays in the team. Neco Williams, he's staying in the team. Guys, nothing else to say. Go check the last video if you want to see my thoughts on these players, what I think, why why Neco Williams, Shaw, Soboslai, João Pedro, Haaland. You'll see why these players are essential, in my opinion. Especially João Pedro. I mean, I made a draft without him, and then I saw that he scored a hat-trick in 9 minutes, and I was like, there's no way that I will go without a striker that scores hat-tricks in 9 minutes and an assist on top of that. So, boys, João Pedro is essential. You will regret it if you don't go with him. Chelsea looked like a very lethal attack, but let's move on. Let's go to the defense, boys. Defense. Let's check who I had in my team. Oh, yeah. Okay. I got to replace Diop somehow. And honestly, Thomas, okay, let me be honest. I really do prefer Diop. I'm not going to lie. But the way that I'm building this team, Coventry favors the rotation of fixtures between them and the other team that I will be showing you guys in my defense and another person in my midfield, but more so in the defense. And that will be with Kadioglu. Boys, this is a hidden gem. Kadioglu is on set pieces. Half the set pieces, along with Gross, which we'll talk about later. But Gross is a great pick, but I'm talking about Kadioglu now. Kadioglu has half set pieces. He bombs up and down the wings. He plays every position. He can play left back, right back, wings. This guy started almost every single game of the season last season in the Premier League. And boys, there's basically no other better pick than who's a better winger, or like wing back, kind of fullback player, like attacking wise. Pedro Porro maybe. I don't see another one. This guy was player of the season for Brighton. I think he's essential unless you go for... I like Vuskovic as well. He seems like a really good hidden gem as well. But at the end of the day, for 0.5 cheaper into the Brighton defense, a player of the season of last season, set pieces, attacking wise can perform, giving you assists. I don't see a better pick, to be honest, for that price. Maybe Hume, but Sunderland, are they really better than Brighton in my opinion? I don't think so. So boys, these are my 4 first picks, and guys, Virgil van Dijk. I will be going without Arsenal defense, and here's why. Arsenal defense, they will struggle. First of all, I literally just saw the news, boys. Like, there will be no Saliba, no Rice, no Saka, and now no Timber. Boys, I would not be surprised if Arsenal do not keep a clean sheet in the first game week. Do not double up on Arsenal. I repeat, do not double up. Don't triple up. Don't do nothing with Arsenal. If you want one player, you can risk it, because at the end of the day, they were the best defense of last season. But boys, I don't see it. I don't see. I really don't see Arsenal being able to keep clean sheets like they used to last season. Those were the four most important players of last season, and they're not here. They haven't made any signings except Solis, left wing, to cover for Tavernier, who in my opinion was their best attacker last season. So, I mean, boys, I really don't see Arsenal performing well in the beginning of the season. Maybe later on. I don't want to go with any Arsenal assets, because I know after Coventry it's just it goes downhill. And I don't want to be part of that. I know with these 5 players, they can stay in here long term, and they give me a lot of flexibility. I'm happy with the way this looks. And boys, Virgil is going to be more on Virgil. I mean, he's going to be a DEFCON machine now with Iraola. I mean, look what Iraola did with Hill. Look what he did with Senesi. Boys, Virgil was already getting DEFCON. Imagine what he can become next to Jacque. And his aerial threat. This guy scored double the goals of Gabriel last season. The best set piece center back of last season. He scored double. If he had done the same clean sheet amount that Gabriel did, I mean, guys, this guy would be a no-brainer. And for me, he is a no-brainer, because Liverpool have a better, more well-structured team in the beginning of the season than Arsenal do right now. And I can't see myself going without Virgil. He is a must-pick for me. He has routes to points in every single aspect of the field. So for that reason, I want Virgil van Dijk. Next pick. There's a lot to go over in the midfield. So, actually, no. Let's just go to the midfield first. So, midfield. I know you guys wanted to know this. Who will I replace Bruno Fernandes with? And Mbeumo. I want a United attacker. The thing is, Bruno Fernandes had a record-breaking season last season with assists. And guys, I don't see that being the case anymore. Bruno Fernandes has a lot of coverage now. When you think about it, Tielemans came in. André Santos came in. And why would they get those 2 players if they already have Manu? So one was to replace Casemiro, and one was maybe as an option, box to box, or to bench Bruno Fernandes whenever he needs rest. So for that reason, I don't think Bruno is going to be a 90-minute man anymore. He's playing Europe. I don't want such an expensive asset just clogging up my field when I could easily have someone like Mbeumo, who he's a much more of a goal scorer as well. In my opinion, a better punt in these first 2 games, since, for me, Bruno was always going to be a short-term punt. I can save that $4 million and disperse it throughout the whole midfield and forward areas. Guys, I strongly consider you do your research and look into the history that United has with these teams, these like newly promoted teams. They didn't do well last season, I'll tell you that much. And I don't trust Bruno. I don't trust even last season I didn't trust him too much, but he was essential because he was performing out of his mind. The thing is, Bruno doesn't have that DEFCON anymore. He won't have that creativity that he always used to have, because Tielemans will be, carrying part of that baggage, as opposed to last season. Last season, Bruno had to carry the whole team with his creativity, but he has someone who can do that as well now in Tielemans. And if they both play, then guys, Bruno has never been that much of a goal scorer unless it's penalties. And if you guys value penalty takers that much, then go ahead and put Bruno. But boys, I don't see Bruno being essential. He's too expensive for what he is at the end of the day. He gives me Salah vibes from last season. And guys, I would much rather have someone like Mbeumo, who's much more of a goal scorer. And Bruno has to, even if Bruno does assist, he has to assist to someone. So it's either going to be Mbeumo or Cunha, and I'm taking a point on Mbeumo. He's much less of a rotation risk as opposed to Cunha, who can play 9 but be rotated by Sesko. He can play left wing but be rotated by Rashford. And Mbeumo, on the other hand, only has Ahmad as his rotation. And Ahmad can play right back as well. So, guys, I like Mbeumo as a punt. And, just let me know your thoughts down in the comments. I know this is like maybe kind of somewhat of a shock factor to you guys not seeing Bruno in a draft, but it's becoming more common the more I see. But guys, I strongly consider you guys consider it as an option, because that 4 million can come a long way. Just look what I've done with the defense so far, and you will see what I do with the rest of the team. But anyways, let's move on, boys. If you guys have any thoughts, just put it down in the comments, like I said, and please let me know if you think I made a wrong choice. Just let me know your thoughts on the team so far and what you're thinking about it. Let me know your teams as well. I'll be responding to every comment, and I will be making sure that I respond to everybody, like I said. And please drop a like, subscribe. Quick intermission, just drop a hype. It helps a lot. Thank you for the support last video. I was very grateful. You guys always show me love. I'm new channel. I'm already getting like hundreds of views. Like, guys, that's insane to me. That's insane. And I'm so happy and grateful. But let's move on. Gross. All right, boys. I rate Brighton. I mean, you guys see this. Brighton fixtures. Let's look at them. Brighton. Fixtures. All right, boys. Look at this. Aston Villa. They're in the mud. Aston Villa is such an easy fixture. They can easily come away with like 3 goals, 2 goals, something like that. There's no more Rodgers in that team. There's no more what's his name? Man, there's someone else. There's so many people that just aren't in this team anymore. Let's look at the transfers real quick, actually, just so I don't look dumb. Got Iheanacho's in that team now. I mean, come on, guys. Who left? Tielemans left. Yeah, how could I already mentioned him. Guys, their creativity's gone. The only person they have is Buendia, and Buendia could be a good pick, but guys, from their recent friendly, guys, 2-4 to Real Sociedad, it's not looking too good. It's not looking very good, boys. And guys, I mean, look at this. Aston Villa, Chelsea. That is a hard fixture, I'm not gonna lie, but you could still score goals against Chelsea. I mean, look at their last game. They won 6-4 against an unknown team in preseason. And I know it's preseason. I know I shouldn't be putting these games too high up on a pedestal, but Chelsea 6-4 against a random team. They can score goals, but I don't know if they can defend. Brighton has a good chance there. Leeds, 50-50 between this game. I do see a lot of goals being scored as well, or it could even just end up being like a 1-1, 0-0. Regardless, Gross is able to make DEFCON, and I like that. He has set pieces. Gross is able to he's probably on penalties too now that Welbeck is gone. Not Welbeck, what am I saying? What's his name? Oh, yeah, Vuskovic is in it, so what a good defense. Anyways, I forgot who left, but now Brighton is such a good team in terms of what they're doing, in terms of what they have, in terms of how their future looks. It was Welbeck, wasn't it? Am I tripping? I think I'm tripping, but anyways, guys, I rate Brighton. I think you guys should too as well. At least have one asset. They're very reliable. We saw it at the end of last season, and I mean, this guy was like crazy in terms of last season. Let's look at a full profile. Boy, 78 points in 18 starts. That is insane. That is insane. I rate him. Oh my, there's no way. No, no. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. There's no way, boys. Okay, boys, we're back. Sorry about that. Had to fix this. I don't know what happened there. I accidentally swiped and backtracked, but anyways, we're back. A little bit of editing magic, you know. I was gone for 1 second, but okay, boys. Next person, you know, enough about Gross. I think he's a great all-around well pick. He's gonna be rotation anyways for me. He's gonna be coming in and out for who I will be picking next. Enzo Lefebvre. Boys, I think he's essential. I mean, I know they're playing Europe, so maybe long-term not as good as initially thought. But boys, Enzo Lefebvre, set pieces, creates for everybody. He's always there for assists, goal threat. He scored a crazy goal against Liverpool in the preseason. And guys, he has possible pens. I know he's sharing it now with what's his name, Diarra, something like that. Guys, Enzo Lefebvre is basically all you could ever want from a 6 million midfielder, and he is essential, especially against Ipswich in the early fixtures that they have. Look at this. Look, Ipswich, Fulham, Brentford. It's a no-brainer, boys. You guys better have some Sunderland assets for those first 3 fixtures. Even if it's short-term, guys, I think it's totally worth it. And Enzo Lefebvre is the main man of that team, along with Gross, which is why I have these 2 people. They're both on set pieces. They will be covering most, if not all, set pieces for Brighton for me. And that's why I have this combination, as well as Enzo Lefebvre being on basically all the set pieces for Sunderland. Having most likely most of the penalties as well if Diarra doesn't start or play at all, or even if he gets off the field. But yeah, this is my team so far. And boys, last but not least, who is it? Let me check real quick. Oh, guys, you guys are gonna like this. Semenyo. This guy was crazy last season. Crazy. More so in the beginning, but even when he went to City, he started popping off again. This guy is insane. And for me, there's nobody else who's nailed in City apart from Haaland and who else? Donnarumma. Now look, I saw a tweet. Where Foden, you know, Maresca had mentioned. Oh, also go check out my X account. But go, I'll always be tweeting and stuff. Go follow, but not this one. That's crazy, by the way. Palestra Teo. But also not that one. Okay, look at this tweet, boys. During conversations with Man City, Josko Vardiol was assured of his place as one of the most important players in the squad. Just that alone makes me want to get Josko Vardiol, and I have a plan for that. I'll show you guys at the end of the video. But look, Vardiol, Foden, and Erling Haaland are the 3 central pillars under Enzo Maresca. Guys, if Foden at 7 million is a starter and plays in his position of 10, he's a must-have, and I will have to sacrifice Semenyo, unfortunately. Guys, if Foden is a starter, he's a must. I mean, you guys know the run that he had last season, and for that reason, just for that alone, for that potential, Foden at 7 million is a massive punt, and I can save, what, 1.5 million on him instead of Semenyo. But I'm kind of glazing Foden right now, even though he had an atrocious season. So, and that's exactly why I'm choosing Semenyo right now, even though that tweet came out. Semenyo had an incredible season. He will continue to do very well in that City team, even if it's not with Pep anymore. They're very attacking. They have incredible quality. Nobody's nailed in that right wing position apart from Semenyo. And who else is going to play? Savinho, I think. Oscar Bob's not there anymore. I mean, Savinho's not even going to stay there anymore. I think Spurs are being linked with them again. So, for that reason, Semenyo is looking incredible. He was one of the top scorers of the whole last season. I think he was like the second top scorer in the midfield last season apart from Bruno. So, I mean, guys, this is a no-brainer. I mean, imagine having the 2 most lethal City attackers in your team. Guys, this is looking pretty good, and I like the way this looks. This team is very differential. Guys, look how much is left. I think you guys know who I'm going to pick. Bam! Isak! Guys, this team is insane. Isak is my final pick of this team. Isak will have probably half the penalties alongside Soboslai. He probably is the main man with the penalties now. Even though Soboslai has been in the past, guys, they're not gonna not give the penalties to Isak. After spending, what was it, like 150 million or something like that on Isak. Guys, he's the big man. He recovered very well. Even though he had a slow start, I'm not gonna lie, he didn't look good last season. But guys, look at his performances in the World Cup. Look at how he's been picking up. Ekitike is not gonna be there for a while. This guy is the only guy who can play striker right now. So for that reason, he is nailed. He is probably on penalties. He's the number 9 for that Liverpool attack. In fact, they've just agreed terms with Barcola. Imagine an attack of Barcola, Isak. Well, yeah, Barcola, Isak, and who? Ngumoa or Gakpo or Soboslai or Verts. Like, guys, this is a crazy team. Crazy attack. And they're all going to be feeding this guy right here. And I don't see Liverpool not scoring more than 1 goal in their opening fixtures. Newcastle are absolutely in the mud. They just lost, what was it, like 1-4 against a nobody team. Forest, I mean, they're not a bad team attacking wise, but they're very leaky in the back. And guys, I don't see them. Look at this Ipswich. I mean, guys, you have to invest in Liverpool. I love the look of this triple Liverpool, this double United in the opening 2 fixtures. I mean, look, Hull City, Ipswich, Everton, with Mbeumo and Shaw. I love this. Look, Aston Villa, Chelsea, Leeds. That's perfect. And I'll show you the plan later in Solio of how this team looks like. But look at this. João Pedro is going to stay. Haaland is going to stay. I mean, guys, let me know what you guys think. I think this team is perfect. I think this team is very differential. I think I'm going against the template, and that's what I love. I love going against the template. I love going against what people prefer just because of their data, or because, you know, they have some sort of justification for whatever reason that this player might not work. Guys, FPL has been always about predicting which team will perform best, not how they have performed in the past, and going with those players instead. You have to make good sacrifices. I mean, look at last season. People who didn't go with Salah, they like went crazy because they saved so much money and they had an open spot for somebody who could outscore Salah easily. Salah didn't do anything. And I think that's the case with Bruno Fernandes. Now, look, the only thing that I might say that I want to change up is maybe Shaw for Maguire, and I'll try to find that 0.5 somewhere. Maybe Gross to a 5 million midfielder. But, guys, for 4.5, I can't complain. He's a Man United defender who will probably get clean sheets. Might get a transfer at some point in the season, but boys, this team is very balanced. I like the look of it, and yeah, let me know your thoughts down in the comments. This team is crazy. I honestly, if I could just like submit and we were starting the season tomorrow, this is the team I'd be going for. You guys please like consider my opinions and what I'm saying, and go for differentials as well. Just have fun, boys. Like, I know this is my first season. I need to take risks. Like, I want to be able to do well, and I think this team is setting me up for success. But let me show you guys how this team is looking over the next 5 game weeks. Let me put this here. All right, boys. This is most likely how I'll be starting out on week 1. Semenyo, Mbeumo, Soboslai, Enzo Lefebvre. He has Ipswich, could easily score 1 or 2 goals, a couple assists, who knows. Soboslai, Newcastle, they're in the mud. Mbeumo, Hull City, they're in the mud. Semenyo, Bournemouth, probably in the mud. Especially without Krupi Jr. That sucks. I'm praying for Krupi. He's a very talented young man. I mean, guys, he was never going to be an option for me in FPL wise, but he has a very bright future, and I just hope he's able to recover really fast so Bournemouth can succeed, because I do like Bournemouth a lot. But anyways, this is how my team is looking. Projected points wise, I could try to get Gross in, but guys, I don't see it. I mean, look at this defense. Neko Williams is covering leads. Shaw is whole city. Virgil, a terrible Newcastle. And look at the forwards. Talon Bournemouth captain, of course. Vice captain, my vice captain, Mbeumo, actually. Not like it matters, but Mbeumo has whole city, and I see him maybe performing better than Semenyo just because Talon is in that team. Isak, João Pedro. I mean, Fulham is terrible, man. João Pedro could easily score a hat-trick in that game. Look at this, week 2. This is how I have it laid out. All these players in. Thomas, Shaw, Virgil. Defense is looking great. Look at this. Whole city, Ipswich, Forest. Look at how well this team rotates for my entire first 5 weeks. Isak, Forest, Talon, Crystal Palace, who's not looking good as either. And Ben Ipswich. Guys, look at these fixtures that I'm taking advantage of. Look at this. Week 3. Spurs, very leaky, even though I don't want them to be. I do expect them to get scored on against Forest, who attacks really well. Ipswich, Leeds, Coventry. Like, guys, what? Actually, I might go with this. Actually, I don't know. This is a toss-up for me in this week. Yeah, this is looking like a toss-up because even though it is Arsenal, they're looking very not solid in the back after all those injuries, and I don't see João Pedro not performing well against them. I think it's about time that Chelsea beat Arsenal, so I could see him scoring a goal. But then again, it is Brentford, and Enzo Lefebvre is the main man of that team, so I could end up going with him. But regardless, look at this. I mean, guys, look at the defense again. Aston Villa, who's bad. Fulham, who's not good. Coventry. You see how the Brighton players are rotating so well with the Coventry players? This is exactly why I want this mix. Look at this. Semenyo and Mbeumo. Man City, United. There will be goals. I don't have a problem with them both being in the team. They're both really good, and they could both easily score goals in that game. Szoboszlai Fulham, he is looking like the centerpiece of that team. Guys, Fulham is terrible. Like, I can't say it enough. They're not looking good, especially with Arbeloa. He did not convince me one bit with Real Madrid. And then look at these fixtures. I mean, João Pedro, whole city. I'm definitely captaining João Pedro in that game. And yeah, let me captain him, vice captain Haaland. Look at this, Isak, Fulham. Guys, what are these fixtures? Guys, this is insane. Look at this. Coventry, Fulham, Bournemouth, Enzo Lefebvre, City. And I might go with Gross, you know. Even though it is Arsenal, he's definitely going to get that DEFCON. The thing with Enzo Lefebvre against City, even though he could easily score a goal, he's not going to get that DEFCON. He probably won't get the ball much, and I see Gross doing better against Arsenal just because Arsenal's not a very possession-heavy team, so he'll be able to get more possession and take control of certain aspects of the game as opposed to how Enzo will against City, who's very possession-based. We don't know how they will play against Maresca, but I don't see it being much different from how Pep played with them. I see the City team kind of being like that Liverpool team when Arne Slot first took over. At that point, when Arne Slot first took over, that team was basically all Klopp's. It was still just Klopp's team. And I see the same thing with the City team. It's still just Pep's team under a different manager name. Guys, you can see especially well how this team is going to perform. And this is what I was talking about in terms of my alternatives. If Foden was to come in, if I see Foden performing well, then I'm definitely going to put him in. Because that is 1.5 million saved. Cariogu is going to leave. And I am bringing in Vardiol. These clean sheet odds that City has are insane, and I really wanted a City defense, and that's something I could easily do as well. But guys, at the end of the day, I like to look at my team. I just really love the way this team looks right now. If you guys want to, I'll put the link to Solio down in the description. I'm not sponsored by them, by the way. This is just a tool, a free tool that I use to kind of analyze and kind of support my ideas with data as well. So I like using a mix of both. I'm a very big eye test manager and vibe kind of guy, but I like supporting what I think with data. And I mean, for me, the data supports my team support. And if this dude Semenyo is nailed, then this team is most definitely just set. And looking very, very good in my opinion. Okay, yeah, you Dubravka, you're not starting. Yeah, no. Yeah, no. Kinski, substitute. Okay. But anyways, I'll change it up later. Guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. Please comment, like, subscribe, hype up the video if you got points. Just help me out. I help you out with advice. You guys help me out with you know, promoting this video and getting it out there, because I do like to think that my insight is very useful regarding how I feel about certain opinions. I'm just a normal guy, so I could just be a little more relatable than most people. But at the end of the day, boys, I really appreciate you coming here. I'm really thankful you guys, you know, stuck by and watched this entire video in its entirety. I tried to look yap less in last video because last video was honestly very exaggerated. I'm sorry, guys. 50-minute video is kind of unacceptable. I'm really glad that the timestamps worked this time in that video. I'll try to put timestamps in this video as well, but if they don't work, the times will be in the description below, so just click them and you will see if you want certain things in this video as opposed to watching the whole thing. Guys, I appreciate it. Thank you very much for watching, and you already know what's coming. See ya.